Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Louis Bolman. Let's talk about the effects of sodium glutamate on the nervous system. This is a very common substance used in soup, uh, in the junk food industry as well, in order to increase the taste of certain specific products. You'll see. Let's go down to business. Just let's go to page number 1. Okay, this is an old article from 70 years ago. It's very quite relevant even today. There is a high concentration, read this, high concentration of glutamic acid, disproportionately high compared with the majority of free amino acids in brain. It must indicate it has a special significance on the nervous system. Remember, I said glutamic acid, which is different from sodium glutamate. You need to add sodium to this substance in order to understand what we are studying here. Okay, let's go to page number 2. If you guys want to read or Google this article, it's on the website. It's on the web for free, and you can read it. You can read it. Okay, let's go to page number 2. So, sodium glutamate effects on motor complex on animals and man. Okay, it should be animals and men, but forget about the singular and plural and so on and so forth. Okay, so they did this scientists directly put or applied chemicals in the cortex of animals. Okay, this goes way back to 1933. Okay, but this is a different experiment. This person, this person injected or applied with he's explaining here on a small metal capillary tube into the gray matter of the cortex of dogs, monkeys, and men. Look at this. Read this. Dogs, monkeys, and men. Small quantities of various substances, of which I found several chemicals to produce clonic convulsions and as well as tonic selectively, as shown in table 1. Let's go down to business. Okay. Okay, so chemical stimulation to the motor cortex. So let's see, for instance, sodium glutamate. It's here, right? You can see it's here. Okay. It produces movements. Yes. Clonic convulsion. KK stands for yes, I got it. For clonic convulsion. Do you get it? Are you following me? Okay. So sodium glutamate, when applied directly on the, like it is shown here, on the in the gray matter of dogs, monkeys, and men in small quantities, produces clonic convulsions. Okay, in dog, in monkeys, and in men. Okay, okay, let's continue with this. Just guys, remember this: between the brain and the blood, usually we have a what is called the hematoencephalic barrier, which is a boundary, it's a wall that protects the brain from toxins entering from the bloodstream. Means, in other words, sometimes there are toxins in the vessels, sometimes, which is very usual. But thanks to this hematoencephalic barrier, this boundary, this wall, these toxins stay in the bloodstream and do not enter the brain. However, pregnancy, toddlers, children, neurological diseases, people under psychiatric and neurological drugs, for instance, 8 hours of fasting, say after you wake up, and other situations destroy this barrier. So I am sharing with you this article because I mean this go ways back 70 years. I know it's an old article, but it's quite relevant because back in those days, scientists performed experiments with zero accountability in regards to the subject's health, diseases, and or consequences in their bodies. Today, it is rather impossible to perform these experiments because it would be illegal due to the fact that subjects would put their body into clear hazardous situation. Okay, let's go to page 7. Okay, you can read and go through the entire article if you want. I don't want to. I want to go to the key points, to the very relevant paragraphs and sentences and experiments. Okay, page 7. Yes, it should be right here. Somewhere here. Yeah. I wanted to share with you that this person worked with Pavlov. You can read the entire article. So this scientist who performed this experiment has been around. I mean, he met Pavlov and he was involved into some of these experiments. So he's a renowned scientist. Okay. I want to share with you something more. Page 7. Oh, yes, it's right here. Sorry, thank you. Thank you for waiting. So we can understand, or we should understand that sodium glutamate in its low concentrations makes the nerve cell to be more active than otherwise. It generates a successive and strong impulses on own accord. So just remember that also this sodium glutamate has an action to accelerate the activities of a nerve cell in the concept is the concept to cover all experimental results above stated. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Sodium glutamate has an action to accelerate the activities of nerve cells. And after it is completely exhausted, I mean the cell, it is completely shattered, then the cell dies. It ceases to exist. Are you following me? Now let's go to page 8, which is right here, okay? It has no, let's go to page 9. I want to be as I want to summarize the entire article as quickly as possible. Don't waste your time. Let's go to table 6. As shown in table 6, when the concentrated potassium glutamate, it's a different substance than sodium glutamate. I'm talking about potassium glutamate was introduced into the motor gray matter. There no convulsions were produced. However, if potassium glutamate added by concentrated sodium chloride, the convulsion would occur. So potassium glutamate is harmless. However, if you add sodium, this is mixed up with the glutamate and produces sodium glutamate, and this will trigger the convulsion. That's all you need to know. I want to go, you guys are wondering, hey, why is it that the government is not forbidding these substances? Let me share you why. This is the webpage of the FDA, right? Okay, go through the entire website. I don't want to say everything I know because there is a lot of censorship in the media. I cannot. Monosodium glutamate is the sodium salt of the common amino acid glutamic acid. Okay, we know that. It is naturally found in tomatoes, cheeses, and other products. Okay, it's a different thing to find an ingredient naturally in what we eat on a regular basis rather than producing it in a synthetic way in the lab. We all know that. If you, for instance, drink a lot of celery juice or eat a lot of celery, you will never get kidney stones made out of calcium. You won't, even though celery has a lot of calcium. However, if you take a lot of calcium synthetically produced in the lab, calcium capsules, you will get kidney stones. Are you following me? Okay, so it's not the same to eat a substance directly, naturally produced by nature, rather than eating the same substance made synthetically in the lab. Just you need to know that. So, is monosodium glutamate safe to eat? The FDA considers the addition of MSG to be generally recognized as safe. Come on, give me a freaking break. Has FDA received any adverse event reports associated with MSG? Yes, absolutely, without the slightest hesitation. They have received several thousands of reports of symptoms such as headache, nausea, and many other symptoms after eating foods containing monosodium glutamate. They were never able to link MSG to headaches. Yes, my ass. We all know that's true. Anyway, if you want to continue reading our articles, my videos, subscribe to the channel, make any comment, question, share the videos, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.